War driving with your cell phone. This is something that some people believe is the only way and the best way, and we've kind of proved over the course of 7 months that times change. There are better ways now, as there are so many different war drivers that are powered by different ESP32s, and specifically the C5 or build yourself a cluster. But war driving on your phone has been available forever. You can war drive with an Android phone, and as far as iPhones, you're kind of limited to the Biscuit Manager app, and that's kind of one of the best features of the Biscuit in particular. But the WiGLE app specifically was focused on just scanning, logging, and then uploading directly to WiGLE. Now, we did get a WDGWars app, which, I mean, is pretty cool, but it's not officially available on the Google Play App Store. And I love both WiGLE.net and WDGWars, as it's an amazing way to get people involved with war driving and interact with members of the community competing to try to get to the top of the leaderboard on WiGLE or capture territories on WDGWars.pl. And WDGWars has been getting updated. As of the time of this video, the workshop has been completely redone again. But today's video, we're going to be going over a new Android app for the Android App Store, and it's called Wardrive Go. I've mentioned this numerous times. War driving platforms and war driving devices made by war drivers typically produce pretty badass war drivers. Now, Wardrive Go allows you to basically expand on just your cell phone, and I've heard the arguments that, you know, millions of dollars get put into place for the research on the Wi-Fi and Bluetooth antennas that's built in your cell phone. Well, that might be true for, like, Apple phones, but there is no war driving app for iPhone. And even if you're war driving on Android, you got to turn Wi-Fi throttling off. That way you get the absolute best performance. And don't get me wrong, war driving on a phone is really good, but with Wardrive Go, you can expand on your phone's existing hardware and add laptop add-ons like this Alpha Tri-Band dongle, and you'll get insane performance. And it's not if I could put this like in the simplest way, it doesn't compete with a cluster, but it's damn near close. If you're watching this confused, asking yourself, what the hell is war driving? Don't worry, we have an entire video on what war driving is, as well as an entire war driving playlist to take you past that first video. But because of the actual nature of certain areas of the world that war driving is not allowed, specifically in parts of the Middle East, this video is for educational purposes only. Remember to only test your own hardware. Do not test networks or devices, and don't break the law. Don't do anything that you're not supposed to. Follow all local laws. I don't condone anything illegal. And don't be a skid. You're going to want to go into the Google Play Store and go to the search bar and type in Wardrive Go. From there, let it load for a second, and you'll see the WiGLE app, of course, and right there, we've got Wardrive Go. We're going to click that, and we're going to hit install. It's going to take a second, but give it like 20 seconds, it'll fully download. Oh, it downloaded. This is the main menu. I went and grabbed Derek's phone. That way I can show you guys what it looks like when you first start. It says, welcome to Wardrive Go. Any input would be badass, and oh crap, I didn't even know it was made by RocketGod. Well, this app is made by RocketGod. That's also pretty cool. So we're going to press continue, and it says location. We're going to grant location while using app. Continue. Grant Bluetooth. You don't have to grant Bluetooth. There's a lot of people who only like war driving Wi-Fi as opposed to Wi-Fi and Bluetooth, but enabling Bluetooth will give you some of the counter surveillance features, which we'll get to in a second. You can skip for now, but we're going to open developer settings, and I want to say I already turned that on. We're going to go to mapping your finds, and we're going to hit continue. Now, here's the sweet part. Right here it says external Wi-Fi capabilities. This is what's going to allow us to get even more oomph on our existing phone. It doesn't matter if you have an old phone or a new phone. If you got an old phone, you can make an even better old phone with one of these, and it'll tell you exactly what's compatible down here and which chipsets, which is really cool. I didn't even actually know this part, but you can add ESP32 boards like boards by Just Call Me Coco, and it even says certain Rabbit Labs boards. So that's nice as well. We're gonna hit continue, and from here we can keep our area private. That way we don't have to basically upload where we live, which is a concern with some people while war driving, that they don't want to, you know, accidentally dox themselves or upload their existing neighborhood or things of their routes specifically. So you can set up an exclusion zone. Down here it says enter the radar, and I must admit over here, we're gonna hit this okay, allow again, that way we can get notifications. And there's a radar radar based on what's being scanned around you, as well as telling us how many satellites we're connected to. And here's our APs at the top, and like I said, the counter surveillance features. It's detecting one of the many AirTags that I used to test and gave me an alert. Doesn't matter if we're in the app or outside the app, it'll alert us. Also tells you how far you've driven. Can I go back? Oh yeah, we can go back. 0 captured. 22 minutes, so it'll tell you the duration of your ward drive, how long you've driven. I will probably be posting some YouTube shorts with other ward drivers to kind of show you the comparison between it and other ward drivers, including a cluster. But I think this right here is a really neat feature. We can change the map layout as well as fox hunt certain APs, whether they're Bluetooth networks or Wi-Fi networks. We can literally fox hunt them, and right now it's telling us that my phone is pretty close, because of course it is. Now, I know you guys can't probably hear it, but it's vibrating, and we can choose a device as well as how bad it will vibrate. And it's pretty decent. Like, I think this is a really nice feature. Of course, you have map tiles, which it'll tell you how many map tiles we've gotten in our view, as well as, I want to say that it's attempting to triangulate, but you know, don't take my word for it. I'm guessing it just picks up what happens in your route. So we're going to hit this top left corner again. And it's telling us DJI drone. Oh, no, that's my camera. Okay. All right. So this is going to tell us offensive devices. It'll scan and basically categorize what it's finding around you, depending if they're offensive devices or devices that you might not want around you. We've got a channel analyzer, which I really like. We are able to see the density of how many networks are on what channel, and it's not exclusive to the 2.4 gigahertz band. We also have the 5 and 6 gigahertz band, which is really nice. Now, you also have a leaderboard where we can click and see the leaderboard based on WiGLE. I have not configured his WDGWars or WiGLE API name and token, which is not that bad. If we scroll down, we can see right there, that's a name I recognize. That's Hard Hat Brigade. That's Busy Signal. We can scroll down some more. You got the WiGLE admin, Arkasha. I could be wrong. There's a few names that I recognize, but yeah, you have a leaderboard, including one for WDGWars, but you got to put in your WDGWars API key. On the bottom, we have a list of the devices near us. There's my Evil Crow. What does that say? 311480 LTE tower. So it's also picking up cell phone towers around us as well, which is, yeah, dude, that's awesome. This is way better than the WiGLE Android app. Like, hands down, this might be like leagues better, especially on the fact that it comes with counter surveillance features, as well as things that you've currently seen that we can narrow down with these tabs. Over here, it'll say channel analyzer or spectrum analyzer, which is a really nice feature. If we keep clicking that, we can navigate between the radar, our fox hunt, our map, offensive devices, which I believe we can also configure over here. We can hide these tabs, but let's click that again. And of course, the channel analyzer and our spectrum analyzer. Under settings, you got themes, teal, amber, sonar. Ooh, that's actually really nice. How about crimson? Crimson looks nice too. What looks good on camera? Not this green. Maybe this purple. Or this, I mean, the WiGLE theme is nice. WiGLE, BBS, Pro. Yeah, Pro looks nice. Now, the app is really, how should I say, aged person inclusive, as we can change the text size from super small to very large. I do gotta admit, this max setting is maxing out right now. Right there it says Wi-Fi priority. I turn that on because I'm not really worried about the Bluetooth. I mean, Bluetooth is counted, but you know, Wi-Fi priority on. Start on boot, we can turn that on. That way every time our phone is on, it goes off. Wi-Fi max mode, we can turn that on. That way we have the most all-in-one Wi-Fi capabilities that we could be looking for. So let's hit that right there. It tells us there's 2 open Wi-Fi networks. I think that's cool. Scroll down, it says Camp Busy Channels. That's a nice feature. I like that. Tool console on top. Yep, we're going to keep it on top. Buzz on spot in the presence of a camera, drone, tracker, or even a Flipper Zero. I personally like to get the best GPS reading, so where it says GNSS full tracking, I will typically turn that on just because that's a way more accurate reading. That way we get even better reports to upload to websites like wiggle.net. People overseas were definitely considered, as you have an option for you to choose metric units instead of freedom units, and of course, since that's kind of backwards, you can flip the screen upside down. There's also a watch app, which I didn't even know up until now. I think that's pretty cool. Scroll down, you can configure your WiGLE and WDGWars API key with this tab right here, diagnostic logs, and on the bottom is a tab of each and every function. That way you have a walkthrough just in case you need a little bit of help. As I mentioned, one of the coolest parts about this app is we can grab a dongle like this that's definitely compatible, as it's the alpha using the same chipset that's listed in the actual settings tab, and we can get an even better Wardrive with this dongle and our phone. Wardrive Go is available on the Google Play Store right now. You can download it, it's free. If you don't want to attach a Wi-Fi dongle, you don't have to, as there are people who believe that Android phones have the best Wi-Fi antennas, and that's definitely not true, as the performance with a dongle like this alpha dongle is leagues better than a stock Android phone. And I'll be testing out the Wardrive Go platform against the WiGLE platform, against so many other Wardrivers in the coming future in our YouTube shorts. So if you're not subscribed, consider subscribing, because we go over cool stuff all the time, my guy. I really hope you guys enjoyed this video, and if you want to support the channel, consider subscribing to our Patreon, as we go over a lot. We have a daily vlog, and your name gets included in the credits. Happy wardriving. If you need a Wardrive team to engage with, consider joining us on NerdSec on WiGLE and the Blackwire Militia on WDGWars.pl. We'll see you next time.